Hello guys, this is Miguel Olvera and today is day 69 of the 90-day challenge for the law of attraction. And today we're going to talk about what's inside. We need to make sure that we understand what's inside. I've been getting a lot of comments and some of you are a little confused. I don't want to lose you. I want to make sure that I take you to the end, to day 90, so we can all be there and actually, my goal, accomplish my goal, make sure that you understand completely how the mind works. So let's start talking about it, shall we? Welcome back guys, this is Miguel Olvera. Today is day 69 of the 90-day challenge for the law of attraction. Today we're going to talk about what's inside. It's very important and crucial that we understand exactly what is inside. Without understanding what's inside, we're not going to be able to actually understand this. And what I'm talking about, what's inside, I'm talking about what's inside the mind. Okay? I'm using this illustration to actually represent what the mind is. And remember, the mind is not a thing. The mind is an activity. So therefore, don't think that this is the mind. I'm using it as an illustration. Every time we talk about the mind, there are two parts of the mind. The conscious and the subconscious. Okay? So I want to make sure that you know also that the mind controls the body. The body is an instrument of the mind. So whatever the mind is thinking, whatever the mind is doing, whatever the mind tells the body to do is actually the result that you're going to get. A quick story, guys, that I want to give you before I get into depth in terms of this, or the information I want to give you is a story that I heard from my mentor. There was a little kid at the carnival, a little kid, and he was watching this man filling up balloons with helium gas. So he was filling up these balloons with helium gas. He started filling up, a white balloon, tied a knot and then let it go. And then he grabbed another balloon, this yellow balloon, fill it up with helium, tied a knot and let it go. And then he grabbed a red balloon, fill it up with helium, tied a knot and let it go. So he was filling up all these balloons. So the little guy went and says, Mister, do black balloons fly? So the man said, any balloon can fly. It doesn't matter what color it is. It doesn't matter, because it matters what's inside. What's inside is what makes the balloon fly, not what's outside. And that's exactly what I want to get you to understand, guys. It doesn't matter what's going on outside. What matters is what's inside. There's a book called What the Man Thinketh. James Allen actually wrote that book. And there's a paragraph in there that actually illustrates this good. And James Allen says, quote, your circumstances might be uncongenial, but they may not remain so if you perceive an ideal and strive to reach it. End quote. So definitely you have to have an ideal. And what's an ideal, guys? It's an idea that you actually fall in love with. Again, this being the heart. So we want to make sure that we are falling in love with whatever we are trying to accomplish. We want to have that feeling. We want to have that feeling that we actually have it already, that it's been accomplished. So that is the goal for us to be able to do this. Now, there's another thing that I wanted to illustrate to you. This is the way that we illustrate the mind. Now, if you want to look at it properly and want to make sure how this works, here is how it works. 1 minute. This part right here, it's the universe. This part right here, guys, is what I call God. You can call it first cause, you can call it whatever you want. But to me, this part right here is God. The universe, energy, first cause, whatever you want to call it. This is the part that we need to get in tune with our conscious mind. We are always thinking, our mind is always, our brain actually is always doing something, and we are always thinking about something. We need to have control over our conscious mind. Okay? We have to make sure that we are always reasoning. We are always using our intellectual factors so we can actually put into work and turn on this magic, so to speak, if you want to call it that way. So we have the two intelligences working together. The moment that you learn how to put your highest personality in tune with your lowest personality, you will be able to see miracles taking place in your physical part of you and get the results that you want. But it's not until you get these two together, you're not going to see anything happen here. Like I said, you can think about getting a car, getting a house, getting the money, whatever you're trying to accomplish all day long. But if you don't get really in love and you turn this over to your subconscious mind, God, universe, first cause, however you want to call it, you will never, ever going to be able to do it. Yesterday we talked about faith. Okay? And again, I don't want to turn this into a religious or some kind of a spiritual channel or discussion. It's not at all. I just want to ask you one thing. How much faith do you have into this? How much faith do you have into this part of your personality? Remember we discussed about us being spiritual beings living in physical bodies? That's all we are. Okay? So we are spirits having a human experience. That's how we are. That's who we are. So once you understand this and grasp this idea that whatever you want to accomplish, you gotta turn it over. How you turn it over? You turn it over with emotions. You turn it over by meditating. How do you meditate? I told you guys, you have to be really relaxed and you have to think about your thing. Carry your go-kart. Carry your go-kart and read it all the time. Make sure that you are impressing this idea over and over and over. Whatever idea it is, it doesn't matter what it is. And do it with feeling. Do it with emotion. Do it as you already have it. That's faith. Okay? So what's inside? This is inside of every one of us. I don't have more than you have. Your neighbor doesn't have more than you have. You know, the richest man in the world doesn't have more of this than you have. The only difference is that person, the richest man of the world, whoever you want to, emulate or become, follow as a mentor, they have developed this. We talk about Steve Jobs. He knew how to use this. He knew how to, put something in his mind, turn it over, put the body to work or whatever, the same frequency, all three, then his results were coming in like water. That's exactly what it is, guys. Once you know how to do this, it's definitely, worth a shot for you to be able to practice it. So please, make sure that you follow that list. Remember, I asked you to write a list. Make sure that you follow that advice, make that list, and read it. Tomorrow, I have a very special video for you that I want to talk to you. I'm eager. I wanted to start talking about it right now, but I look at the time and it's almost time to go. So I want to make sure that that you come back tomorrow, because tomorrow we have a special for you, and I want to make sure that you are here. So if you have any friends, relatives, or co-workers that you think will benefit from this, let them know what we're doing. Tell them to come over and watch the videos. Like, follow, and share. Tag everybody. Okay? Turn on your post notifications up here, Facebook and YouTube down here, and make sure that you tell everybody what we're doing here. Thank you very much, guys, for being with me for the last 69 days. And thank you for being with me today for 8 or 9 minutes. I really appreciate your time and your attention. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.